My beloved child. There is a reason you found this message today instead of yesterday. There is a reason your eyes stopped here while countless others kept scrolling. Do not ignore that feeling inside your heart. It is not an accident. It is not luck. It is a moment that has been quietly waiting for you. Congratulations. A door connected to unexpected abundance is closer than you realize. But there is something that must happen before that door fully opens. Many people will hear these words, yet only a few will understand the hidden meaning. Those who understand it will notice a change that feels impossible to explain. Stay with me until the very end because the final truth is the one detail almost everyone misses. It is the missing piece that separates hope from reality. Someone around you has already noticed a shift in your life, even though they have not spoken about it. They feel something changing. They cannot explain why. They only know that your story is beginning to move in a direction they never expected. What happens next depends on one simple decision. That decision must be made before the opportunity quietly passes by. This is why your heart feels restless today. It has been preparing you for this exact moment without you even realizing it. Listen carefully because the next few moments may completely change the way you see your future. Imagine waking up one ordinary morning and discovering that an opportunity had been waiting for you all along. Not because of chance. Not because of magic. But because your patience, your character, and your willingness to keep moving forward finally met the right moment. Most people stop one step before their breakthrough. They become tired. They become doubtful. They convince themselves that nothing good is coming. Then they walk away just before life begins to change. Do not become one of those people. Your greatest blessing often arrives wearing ordinary clothes. It does not announce itself with loud sounds. It whispers. It waits. It watches whether you are paying attention. There is a habit that has quietly been preparing you for something greater. A conversation. A decision. A small action. One of these will become the key that unlocks a completely different chapter. But here is the surprising truth. The reward will not arrive because you chased money. It will arrive because you became the kind of person who was ready to receive it. That is the difference almost nobody understands. The biggest opportunities often appear only after your character has grown stronger than your fear. Something even more surprising is happening behind the scenes. While you have been questioning your progress, pieces have been moving into place without your knowledge. A delayed answer protected you. A closed door redirected you. A forgotten opportunity made space for something much better. Looking back, you will realize that every disappointment carried a hidden purpose. The strange delays that frustrated you were never meant to stop you. They were preparing the timing. Timing changes everything. Receiving something too early can become a burden. Receiving it at the right moment can become a blessing that lasts for years. This is why you must remain calm before the breakthrough arrives. Excitement without wisdom causes people to lose what they were about to receive. Quiet confidence allows them to protect it. Remember this carefully because another revelation is about to unfold. Someone who once underestimated your potential will soon notice your growth. They will wonder how everything changed so quickly. They will search for an explanation, yet they will never understand the silent work that happened inside you long before the visible results appeared. The greatest victories are always built in places where nobody is watching. Now I want you to notice something that almost everyone overlooks. The title of your story is not simply about receiving a large amount of money. It is about what happens before that moment arrives. Before every meaningful blessing comes a test that appears small enough to ignore. It may be an opportunity to show kindness. It may be a chance to remain honest when nobody is watching. It may be the courage to take one small step instead of waiting for perfect conditions. These moments look ordinary, but they quietly shape extraordinary futures. Many people fail because they expect dramatic signs while ignoring simple opportunities standing directly in front of them. Do not repeat that mistake. Pay attention to today's conversations. Pay attention to unexpected ideas. Pay attention to doors that open naturally instead of forcing the ones that remain closed. The answer you have been searching for may arrive through the most ordinary moment of your week. That is why you cannot afford to lose focus now. You have come too far to stop. You have endured too much to turn back. The next chapter is already moving toward you, and every passing moment is bringing it closer. One final thought before this part ends. There is one question you must quietly ask yourself today. If the opportunity arrived this very moment, would you truly be ready to receive it with gratitude, wisdom, and responsibility? Do not answer too quickly. Think deeply. Because the next revelation will expose something hidden that could completely transform the direction of your future. It involves a detail that very few people notice until it is too late. Once you understand it, everything that seemed confusing will suddenly make sense. The signs, the delays, the unexpected meetings, and the silent preparation will connect like pieces of a puzzle. And when that happens, you will realize that today's message was never about chasing money. It was about becoming the person who recognizes the opportunity before everyone else does. The next part reveals the hidden step that determines whether the door opens completely or quietly closes without anyone noticing. Everything becomes even more interesting from this moment. The hidden step I mentioned is not something most people expect. It is so simple that countless individuals ignore it every single day. Yet history is filled with people whose entire future changed because they noticed one small opportunity while everyone else was distracted. This is where your story begins to separate from the crowd. Before the unexpected increase reaches your hands, your attention will be tested. You may receive an idea that seems ordinary. You may hear advice that sounds too simple. You may even feel inspired to complete something you have delayed for a long time. Never underestimate these moments. Great changes rarely announce themselves with loud celebrations. They often arrive disguised as quiet decisions. Those who recognize them move forward. Those who ignore them spend years wondering why nothing ever changed. Today, you have the chance to become the first kind of person. Stay alert. The next revelation explains why this timing is unlike anything you have experienced before. There is another truth that almost nobody talks about. Every season of abundance begins with a season of preparation. While you believed nothing important was happening, your patience was becoming stronger. Your thinking was becoming clearer. Your ability to make wise choices was quietly growing. None of that was wasted. Every lesson was adding another piece to a foundation that could support greater success. Imagine building a magnificent house on weak ground. It would eventually collapse. But when the foundation is strong, everything built upon it can stand for years. Your foundation has been growing even when you could not see it. That is why you must not compare your journey with anyone else's. Someone else's timing is not your timing. Someone else's chapter is not your chapter. The opportunity connected to your life has its own moment. When it appears, it will fit your journey perfectly. Looking back, you will understand why every delay mattered. Until then, continue walking with confidence because the story is far from over. Now listen even more carefully. A surprising moment is approaching, and it will not look important at first. It may arrive through a conversation, an invitation, a forgotten message, or an unexpected idea that suddenly refuses to leave your mind. Most people would dismiss it within seconds. They would say, "It is probably nothing." But that is exactly where they lose what could have changed everything. The greatest opportunities often wear the disguise of ordinary moments. They wait to see who is paying attention. This is why your awareness matters more than ever. Do not rush through every day without noticing what is happening around you. Slow down enough to recognize the quiet doors opening before you. The person who remains observant discovers possibilities hidden from everyone else. One decision made with wisdom can create results that continue for years. That single decision may become the reason people later call you fortunate, even though they never saw the preparation that came before it. Another remarkable truth is waiting just beneath the surface. There are people who will only notice your progress after the results become visible. They will believe everything happened overnight. They will never see the nights of patience, the silent moments of growth, or the countless times you refuse to give up. Success always looks sudden to those who never witnessed the journey. Remember this when your season begins to change. Stay humble. Stay grateful. Protect your peace. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every voice deserves a place in your mind. Continue focusing on the purpose placed before you. Every meaningful achievement begins inside before it appears outside. That inner transformation is already happening. Even if you cannot measure it today, it is becoming stronger with every choice you make. This is why confidence is replacing fear little by little. You are becoming ready for opportunities that once felt impossible. One final revelation before this part closes. The moment you have been waiting for will not belong to those who hesitate forever. It will belong to those who recognize the value of the present moment. The next step is closer than you think, but it requires clear vision, steady patience, and the courage to act when the right opportunity finally appears. In the next part, a hidden connection will be revealed that explains why certain events in your past happened exactly when they did. What once looked like random moments will suddenly fit together with astonishing clarity. When that truth becomes visible, you will understand why this journey had to unfold exactly this way, and why the greatest chapter of your story may be much closer than you ever imagined. Have you ever wondered why certain moments from your past still return to your mind without warning? There is a reason. Some memories are not meant to hold you back. They are meant to prepare you for what comes next. The connection is becoming clearer now. Every unexpected delay, every unanswered question, every opportunity that disappeared before your eyes was quietly teaching you something that money alone could never buy. Wisdom, discernment, patience. These qualities often grow in silence. The remarkable part is that they become visible only when life presents a greater opportunity. That opportunity is drawing closer. It will not arrive because everything suddenly becomes perfect. It will arrive because you have become different. The person you are today sees possibilities that the person you were yesterday would have completely missed. That transformation is more valuable than it appears. It is the invisible key that opens visible doors. Keep listening because the next discovery may completely change how you view every challenge you have ever faced. Now imagine standing before two identical doors. From a distance, they look exactly the same. Yet only one leads to lasting growth. The other leads back to old patterns. This is how important moments often appear in real life. They rarely announce which choice is correct. Instead, they quietly reveal what is already inside your heart. This is why your preparation matters more than luck. When the right opportunity arrives, your response will determine everything that follows. Do not allow fear to disguise itself as caution. Do not allow impatience to disguise itself as confidence. Pause. Observe. Think carefully. The greatest rewards often belong to those who remain calm while everyone else rushes ahead. That calmness creates clarity. Clarity reveals opportunities hidden in plain sight. Someone else may see only an ordinary day. You may discover the beginning of an entirely new chapter. The difference is not chance. The difference is perspective. That perspective has been forming inside you for much longer than you realize. There is another hidden truth you need to hear today. Sometimes people spend years waiting for a dramatic sign while quietly ignoring the steady progress already happening around them. Growth is not always loud. Progress is not always obvious. A tree does not become tall in one afternoon. It grows little by little until one day everyone notices its strength. Your journey follows the same pattern. Every wise decision. Every lesson accepted with humility. Every moment you chose hope instead of discouragement has been adding another layer to your future. None of it has been wasted. Even the seasons that felt empty were shaping your ability to appreciate what is coming. One day you will look back and realize that what seemed like ordinary days were actually preparing the most extraordinary season of your life. That realization will make every unanswered question suddenly make sense. Something else is quietly happening. The people around you may begin noticing subtle changes before you notice them yourself. They may comment on your confidence. They may wonder why your thinking has become calmer. They may even ask what has changed. The answer will surprise them because the greatest change did not begin outside. It began within. That inner strength becomes visible long before material success appears. It changes the way you speak. The way you make decisions. The way you respond to challenges. This invisible transformation is often the first sign that a greater opportunity is approaching. Those who recognize it continue moving forward with quiet confidence. Those who ignore it often return to old habits. Do not lose sight of how far you have already come. Every step has been leading toward a moment that is much closer than it appears. Stay ready because the next revelation will uncover the final piece that connects everything together. Before this part ends, remember one important thought. Opportunities do not always arrive with perfect timing according to human expectations. They arrive when preparation and purpose finally meet. That meeting point is closer than ever. Soon you will understand why certain paths closed, why certain delays protected you, and why certain moments demanded patience instead of speed. In the next part, the final connection will be revealed. It is the one detail that many people overlook until the opportunity has already passed. Once you understand it, you will never look at your future the same way again. Every moment from this point forward has the potential to become the beginning of a completely different story.